I don't know why I'm wearing a polo shirt. What's up, you guys? Welcome to my discussion video. We don't have too many videos like this on the channel since the hiatus, but now that I'm back to making content, I want to make content that I'm passionate about, and that includes manga reviews and discussion videos. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the fast life and why you don't need that to be happy. Growing up, I was often around people that had a lot more than me, materialistically speaking, and were more socially active than me. For example, I would often see people cycling through expensive smartphones like shoes or clothes. And I had a prepaid minute track phone that I used from high school to college. I would see people partying and going out and clubbing and having sleepovers and stuff. And in high school, my favorite form of entertainment was reading books and getting lost in a fictional world between pages. It was learning about philosophy and basically gardening and watching YouTube videos of my best friend and planning our next steps in life, our plots to take over the world, pretty much. I often felt like I got hand me downs and second rate items. When a new generation console would come out, I would get a used version of the previous generation console. And it wasn't until 2 to 3 years later, when a new gen console would come out, that I would get the last generation's used console. And, you know, mentally speaking, I was very envious of other people. I was envious of what they had. I was envious of what they were doing. And I wanted to be a part of that. And I felt like I was just out of the loop and I was an outsider and I was just never meant to be a part of it. And that's a terrible mentality and that's a terrible perspective to have growing up. During this hiatus recently, however, I had the opportunity to experience life on the other side. I have some friends who have a lot going for themselves, materialistically and socially speaking, and they have invited me out to a couple of social events, a couple of parties and clubs. And oftentimes I would decline because one, I'm an introvert, and two, I'm lazy. There's just too much to really have to go through to go to a party or a social event, and it's just too draining and exhausting for me, and I feel like I'm just basically like a wallflower and I have the social grace of a stick of butter. But I took them up on their offer during the hiatus because I wanted to experience something new and I wanted to get a different perspective of a life that I often felt like I was judging unfairly. And my experiences, to be honest, there were a couple of pleasurable experiences, but for the most part, I didn't really like it and it wasn't for me. To be honest, a lot of it is smoke and mirrors. You have people wearing their most provocative and flashy clothes. You have guys going through these ostentatious displays of wealth to show off to women at clubs that they got money. And then you have people trying to pick up women and trying to prove that they're the most alpha or macho male in the club. Then you have women acting in these provocative and promiscuous ways to get men's attention and basically feel sexually attractive. And for me, it just all felt very inauthentic. And the atmosphere of a club as well, depending on the club you go to, it's very suffocating, In the clubs we went to, some of them were very chill, quiet clubs, well, not really quiet, but just very chill clubs. There wasn't like a dance floor or anything like that. People just lounging around, drinking, smoking, all of that. Then in other clubs we went to, it was just crowds and crowds, seas of people just dancing up on each other tight. And those were the worst ones because, you know, it just felt like there was, especially with the pickup artists, we had a couple of female friends with us, and we had watched them get hit on and hit on and hit on and hit on and hit on. It kind of felt like it was like playing Call of Duty zombies pretty much. Like you would have these waves of zombies coming in each and every time, and we would see our female friends just kind of turn them down. They would get free drinks and everything, but they would just turn them down. And then some of my guy friends, they would be trying to pick up other chicks, and some of them were successful, some of them weren't. But it was like there was this unspoken game at the club, and everybody knew what was going on. Everybody knew that everybody was just there to show off, or just to hook up, or just to you know stroke their own egos, or to stroke each other's egos, but no one directly just came out and said it. The rule of the game is it exists, but you can't directly point it out. And I myself behaved differently in a clubbing atmosphere, in a clubbing environment, than the way I behave when I'm just at home, when I'm around loved ones, when I'm around friends, when I'm around family. And it just felt like it was just inauthentic to me. And it felt just fake, superficial. And also, the few moments that were pleasurable or were really good, I guess, it felt like it was hedonistic. It was hedonistic, and it was just a fleeting pleasure. The joy that you get from clubbing is very fleeting. It's just in that small little moment that you feel like you're just hot shit. And then after you get done clubbing, you feel like a complete and utter jackass, right? You feel like, wow, I can't believe I did all of that. Wow, I really showed my ass. And that's what it felt like after clubbing. And I don't like that. It's just not for me. I don't see the appeal in clubbing. For some people maybe, but for me it isn't. To be honest, it felt like being in a different world as well, because I am in a very small, quiet suburb outside of downtown Atlanta. Downtown Atlanta is very popular. Then there's Midtown. We went clubbing in Midtown, which is where the bankers, the lawyers, the teachers, the six-figure salary people are at. It's where big money's at. It's where like the little high-end shopping malls are at. It's where big money's at. And we went clubbing there, and we went to restaurants after clubbing there, and it just felt like let me just describe the contrast to you in like a metaphor. Imagine being in a hot sauna, and then you step out into a tundra. That's how shocking of a difference it was to me. It felt like these are completely different people from what I'm used to, from what I'm used to being around, from what I've experienced. The atmosphere is different. Everything is different. The restaurant was reservations and all of this different stuff. And everything just felt, in my opinion, it felt a little pretentious. I felt like we didn't need to do all of this, but it was just different. It was different from what I'm used to. And I'm not gonna knock my friends for taking me out. I enjoyed it. It was fun, but it just felt so different from what I'm used to. And I don't mean to say that in a way of I don't like stepping outside of my comfort zone or anything like that. No, it's just, as an introvert, I like one-on-one interactions. I like small, quiet moments. For me, that's where the happiness truly is. When I recall moments of my life, I find that I was most happiest in the library reading a book, or with my best friend watching YouTube videos and planning out the next steps of our lives. What are we going to do? What are our career choices? And how are we going to further improve or work on our passions and our projects? For me, happiness isn't about how much money you can throw at something. It's not about the big purchases. It's not about getting a fancy car. It's not about, going out and spending a whole bunch of money on drinks. It's not about, going to high-end restaurants, or, it's not about traveling to several different cities or states or whatever. Happiness is just being around somebody that you like, or people that you like, and just enjoying that moment. And I'm probably going to end the video off on this side note, or like on this last little tidbit, I guess. And it could just be me. I'm weird. I believe happiness is in the hard grind. Happiness is in the hard grind. For me, I think there's something, and this could be me romanticizing it. There's something about working just a 9 to 5, going through a long, grueling day. And then after that long, grueling day, just having a peaceful moment with your friends or having that peaceful little bit of time to yourself for self care or self love, It could be taking a nice little bath with roses or, bath bombs or just taking a nice hot shower and just eating just a bowl of ice cream or watching your favorite show. It could be, having a drink with the friends. It could be just going for a walk. It could be just anything. The little mundane routine to me, that is beautiful. I'm not saying that you should always be stuck in like this plateau of not doing anything, but for me, the simplistic moments of life is the best. And some of my friends that I went partying and clubbing with, these people work 9 to 5s. They have worked some mundane jobs. I've known some of them since high school when they were working like McDonald's, and some of them were just, were with me when we were mowing lawns and, raking leaves for extra cash back in the day. So I know. And I don't respect fast money. Not all money is good money, especially fast money. I don't respect drug dealers. I don't respect, sex workers, OnlyFans, dancers, escorts, all of that. I don't respect it. And I don't want to offend or disrespect anybody that does that. That's you. You go get that bag. But for me, it's just not good money. It's not real money. And I think the problem is when people get all of this fast money, it goes to their head, it starts really getting to them. I've had some friends that, like my best friend's sister is a dancer. And a lot of the time, she makes a lot of money, ridiculous amounts of money. And she spends it on frivolous things. Frivolous things. And when you look at her house, it's trash. It's trash. Her house is trash, but her clothes are amazing. Her car is good, but her credit's bad. All of this other stuff. You make so much money, but you're not saving for retirement. You're not doing things that you need to do. Your love life is just garbage because you don't actually let people in, And my best friend's sister, with her situation, a lot of the time she just shuts down people and she has this independence mindset. I'm getting my bag. I don't really need you. I don't really need what you can give me. And she shut down a lot of dudes. And we've had to watch her go through some pretty good dudes, And it sucks. It sucks. It sucks. But it's good. To me, the hard grind, the small humble moments. As an introvert, to me, that's what's happiness. I've been with some of my friends when they first started their projects, when they first started their grinds. When one of my friends started painting, I supported the fuck out of that, all right? I bought a couple of paintings at first. We had to start with some low prices. I managed to advise them and shit, work them through it, coach them through it. I have some other friends that, make beats and then they sell beats. I have other friends that basically do like management. I have one friend that is trying to be a lawyer. So it's just working together and just being able to enjoy the small little humble moments. We don't have to spend big amounts of money. We don't have to go clubbing. We don't have to do all of this outrageous, extravagant stuff to have a good time, I can't forget one of the best times me and some friends had was when we went to a festival, really cheap festival. We didn't really go out. We didn't really go to any high-end restaurants. We just went to like maybe IHOP afterwards. and we just walked around a park, and that was the funnest shit we ever did. That was like literally the most fun and the most happy we were. And yeah, it's crazy. I think the thing is, people see this fast lifestyle. They see all of the money, they see the cars, they see how quickly they can stack up this bag, and it's something new to them. It's exciting at first. Then you realize it's hollow. You realize it's fleeting. You realize that none of this really matters. None of this actually enriches you as a person. None of it actually mentally enriches you. None of it actually physically enriches you, I guess. Oh, I don't know. Like, it's some of it's physically harmful to you, but it's some of it, a lot of it's just bad for your mental. It's bad for your mental, it's bad for your spiritual. You're not really respecting who you are or who you could be when you put yourself in these type of situations. Um we've had a long video, but 16 minutes. Maybe I will get back into that type of lifestyle, but to be honest, it's just not for me. And I guess to go on a whole small little sub tangent at the end of this video, another thing that kind of bums me out now that I really think back on it is I feel like I've been chasing the wrong type of people. I've been chasing the wrong type of women. I've always had this idea of like this attractive hood woman or this attractive 10 or 9, you know, these Instagram models or you know, these OnlyFans women, these OnlyFan women or stuff like that. And the reality is, it's not like the lifestyles that they live, the things that they do, the personalities and the values that they have towards relationships just isn't for me. And I find that I've been trying to chase after something that isn't what I need, it's what I want. I want a 10. I want a 9. I want a girl with a hood mentality. I want a girl that is, you know, pretty much sexually attractive and all of this other types of stuff. But is that what I need in my life? And I'm realizing it's not. I don't need a woman that's a sex symbol or a sex icon. I need somebody that gives me mental peace. I need somebody that doesn't make me question their loyalty. I need somebody that doesn't make me feel like, you know, they're out here for everyone. You need somebody that gives you peace. You need somebody that reassures you that they're about you. You need somebody who stands in your corner and doesn't leave because things get difficult. Somebody that you can build with and grow with. And I've been chasing the wrong thing. I've been chasing somebody that's meant for a different part of life than I am meant for. And I've been chasing that throughout my entire life. And I'm just learning now it's not for me and I shouldn't be chasing that. I don't know. If I ever started making 6 figures, would I be a part of that lifestyle? Maybe, I guess, maybe, but it would have to be in my own way, to be honest. To be honest, it would have to be in my own way. I wouldn't be going clubbing if I made 6 figures. I'd probably have my own little small parties with like a close circle of friends. Or if I do make that type of money, I'll probably take like my significant other out on a restaurant date or something, or like do something really special like a picnic at the park, or you know, especially in Atlanta, one thing I really want to do is like these carriage rides. Ooh, what I want to do is once I get in a relationship and we're both in Atlanta, carriage ride. Carriage ride. That's what I want more than anything else. Carriage ride and then the Ferris wheel. That's what I want to do. But this is Vero. It's a long rant. This was a long discussion video, but you have a peek inside of my head. There you go. Like, Maybe subscribe for more. If you have a video topic that you want me to discuss or talk about, let's do that. Bye.